These are like, it don't always come in abundance like Thanksgiving. I think that may where it be the thing lies. Like, we have all these options, but we always had greens and yams and mac and cheese. This was like a weekly thing for us. Like, it always.
Y'all had that weekly at grandma's house?
Yeah, like, it depends on what she made. She would switch up the meats and the sides accordingly. Okay. My favorite meal as a kid used to be the Salisbury steak and the rice. Oh my
now that you talk about grandma's house.
Oh my God.
Salisbury steak?
Oh my.
Put a button on that. I have a story about that.
I do too.
Put a button on that. But grandma's house was where it went down. I guess I lost my grandma Sini early on. So I know Sini used to cook like that. And then Grandma Lou, she would cook too. And my grandma Jane, she throw down too. But like, we just weren't going over their house. Lou moved up to Delaware when I started high school, so 2014. So I was like getting her food. She was in an elder community up the street, so we would go over her house sometime to eat. Right. That's where I was getting that food. But at my house, not all the time.
I had like a step grandma.
Yeah.
And so like she just like cooked on Sundays and everybody knew we was going to Granny house for the food.
Is that where you got the Salisbury steak?
Nah, that was my grandma, my actual grandma, which when she was able to cook.
Which one?
My mom's mom, my grandma Willa Mae. You know, it's always a black lady named Willa Mae somewhere.
Was she making it homemade?
You know the vibes.
So that's the prop. So I think that's where the disconnect comes
with the onions and the gravy. Ooh,
I've never had real Salisbury steak.
You niggas is eating Stouffer's.
We had Hungry Man Salisbury steak. My father was a single father for a bit. So those Salisbury steaks would not always be cooked in the middle. It would be frozen. I could never eat a Salisbury steak again.
I was living with my dad from the 5th grade, basically until sophomore year of high school, like, which is us. He found out that I liked it the first time. When I liked that and Fruit Loops the first time, we might as well just moved into Costco because that's all that was left. And I
can't relate.
Like, you're privileged as.
Like right now, when I hear the word Salisbury steak, it gives me the same feeling when I hear the word gin. I want to throw up.
Hey, if the cornbread ain't Jiffy, I ain't here for it. I'm telling you, cornbread. We used to bust the
universal thing.
Bust the cornbread.
But have you ever had honey cornbread?
I don't know about none of that. If it ain't Jiffy, I ain't here for it.
You're missing out. You got to put the honey.
I'm telling you, I used to go over there. I used to be there when she made it and be like, "Grandma, let me get a piece of cornbread now." Like once it came out, like I was that kind of kid. Yeah, like I need that. Like right now, she knew the vibes. Like she would just make it and be like, "Here." Like she knew the vibes. Like, so that was something I grew up with. Like as I got older and I got into those years of rebellion, I was like, bro, I don't want to eat this shit. But it became like I never went hungry because until she wasn't able to. Like now, it makes sense. Like I could go somewhere where somebody cooked now, oh my God, it would be amazing. But like back then, it was more like I did this most Sundays for my life.
So did that make Thanksgiving less special because that was the same food that you were getting?
Because fucking macaroni don't mean shit to me. I don't care who made it. All that macaroni tastes like macaroni no matter how you get it. Okay. Unless the white people make it and they try to use that Cheez-It shit. And that shit is gross.
Cheese Whiz?
No, Cheez-It.
The crackers?
The crack shit is trash.
Why would you? Never mind.
Exactly.
So is it time for new foods for Thanksgiving?
Because I feel like Thanksgiving food and Christmas food is the same food too.
It is.
And so now it's like, maybe we don't need to have both of these for both years. I also think we're not a generation that eat every Sunday.
You know how they say it's time to separate the artist from the art. It's time to separate the holiday from the food.
Yeah.
It's bigger than that.
Yeah.
And it's also time to separate Christmas from the gifts.
Yeah.
It's bigger than that.
Shit.
It's bigger than that. It's about, we talked about this briefly when we were setting up this meeting, but like coming together as a family. I also had this conversation with a coworker the other day, but like coming together as a family, I think for me, that's what these holidays mean to me.
Right.
I think that's what's most important is getting that time, playing those games, having discussions about what everybody's doing. And I don't want to sound like the 25-8 community, you know, Grand Rising and all of them. But seriously, like, those are the times for you to get together with your family and be like, oh, you interested in doing this? I know somebody who could do this. Or you like doing this? You got that new podcast? I could put you in touch with these people. Or just like building that connection with your family that's deeper than y'all sharing a plate, saying a prayer, and watching football. It's more to that. Like, I just want I don't know. I enjoyed those moments with my family, and I think that's what the holiday should be about.
I think part of that is true. I think we should still come together and do the shit we like to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Come together to do the shit we like to do. If your family watch football, I think that's what y'all should do. If your family we play bingo at Christmas. Like, if y'all family get together and play bingo,
that's nice. That's bonding.
Bet. But I also think I don't feel obligated to get you a gift. Life been coming hard lately. These bills is still due.
Mm-hmm.
So me taking away from my house to give you something, this crock pot you had on the list just because you ain't got no crock pot, I don't think that's my problem. Man, like, I don't think that's my problem. And on the flip side of that, because that sounds selfish, I don't expect you to pass me anything either.
As a family, we decided we're not giving each other gifts this year. It's been a hard year financially for all of us. Why am I breaking my back and my credit limit to buy everybody
And I think what we need to start doing as a people and a generation is start looking at our gift giving tactics and understand you might not know the people that you think you know.
Right.